Hey Bird Gang, what's going on? We are back again with another live event. Just before we get fully started, I'm going to check if we are live on Facebook. So if I just check
All
here.
right.
No, we are not live on Facebook. I see a post. Let me see what's going on. No. Let me just check. No. Sam, any idea? We're not live on Facebook?
Yeah, I see a post by Sam, but I don't see. Okay, hold on. Let me check this.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the live stream.
Okay, he's saying we're good. Keep on going. Okay.
Yeah, I see the live. I just got a notification.
Oh, you got it? Okay, let's go then.
It's live now.
Uh,
Yep.
Hey Bird Gang, what's going on? So we are back again with another live event with Aidelly and the founder Wilzer. Very specific live event today on how to create your own social media agency, Agentic social media agency using Aidelly. So we're going to keep it on topic. We've got it all planned out for you from, what an Agentic social media agency looks like, what it is, what kind of services you can offer, how to get your first clients. We've got it all set up for you, and you have the added bonus of, if you get the highest tier of white labeling an agency. So without further ado, we will ask Wilzer for a brief introduction, just because there could be some new users here who are not aware of the product. So Wilzer, when you're ready, thank you for giving us your time again today. When you're ready, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Umar. Thanks for hosting this live again. And yeah, so for those who don't know me, my name is Wilzer Jean Baptiste. I'm the co-founder of Aidelly. Aidelly is an agentic social media scheduling platform. We serve over 11 social media platforms where you can post to all at once. We serve MCP servers, API to like Claude and ChatGPT and automation. And so we just serve as a all-in-one solution for social media management. What that means for business owners is that they can have one place where they can manage their entire social media. And so we've been part of this lifetime deal. I think it's 3 weeks now, and we've it's been a lot of great feedback, a lot of great reception, and our focus is improving the platform. And our main focus today is talking about how Aidelly is an amazing tool for social media agencies. That's one of our big focus points in this deal this campaign was how can it help me in my agency? How can it help me serve my clients? And so we've been listening to a lot of feedback, and we've been improving and iterating. And so today we're going to be talking about how you can start an agency and also how you can get your clients and make good profit with Aidelly. So yeah, I think you're still muted, Umar.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. So, guys, I am very rusty. Usually it's Sam on this side of the screen. So bear with me. Just going to say hi to some of the people who are on the live event. So we have Jack, we have Kirti, we have Alex, we have Aditya, we have Inderpreet, and we have Samjasani. Welcome, guys.
Hey,
Thank you for
everybody.
joining us. We will have two giveaways today. The first giveaway will be from the actual post where people commented. I have all the names already stored, so we'll run the wheel quickly and we'll select a winner. And for the second giveaway, the best question wins. So keep your questions coming in. Try to keep it on topic regarding an agency and white label in Aidelly and things like that. And the best question will be picked by Wilzer, and they will also win a 50% off coupon code. So
Awesome.
yeah, keep those coming in. So Wilzer, whenever you're ready, please do share your screen and let's get the ball rolling.
Awesome. Let's do it. So let me share. Okay. Sharing now. Just let me know if all looks good, and it's should be seeing the workspace settings. But I'll go back to the home page.
There we go.
Okay, awesome. So let me head back to the home page, and I'll go from there. So first things first, I just want to describe for those who might not know the terminology. What is it? What do we mean by an agentic social media agency or agentic? And agentic is pretty much a classification given to AI where the AI can take commands and do things on your behalf. And so in this case with Aidelly, we call it an agentic social media scheduler because with our chat feature, our chat agent, you can tell it what to do and it'll make decisions on your behalf given your approval. Things like posting, creating content, tracking analytics, engaging with your inbox, and many different other things. Aidelly has it all in one single chat agent. And so we apply that to an agentic agency and also including AI, you start to think about the possibilities. And this is where there's a huge opening right now. And so right now, a lot of social media agencies, they're still on traditional software and they're still doing a lot of things manually by hand. There's a few percentage of which people here are included that know about AI and these automation tools and how to really speed up their production and their workflows as an agency. And so today we're going to walk through the core. I'm going to talk through the core loop of an agentic agency, which is number one, generating and creating content. Number two, approving content for scheduling. Three, publishing that content across platforms. Four, engaging with your audience and your community that interacts with your content. And then lastly, measuring. And so those are kind of like the five key pillars I'm going to cover as I walk through. So it's sort of covering the entire workflow. But to get started, I do want to just point you guys to the dashboard here. And for those who are on T3, you'll be able to access all of what I'm about to show you, which is the agency plan. So once you're on your dashboard, and let's say you're a new agency, you're ready to get things going, you're ready to set up your agency, you'll come here and you'll see we have a workspace tab in the top left. You see it says Aidelly. And this workspace is pretty much the switcher between all of my different workspaces. So if I'm an agency, I'm going to be here a lot because I'm going to switch from one client to the next and switch context from one client to the next. And so this is where I'll see, for example, you see I have JB Wisdom, I have WJB Automation, I have two just test clients that I set up. And if I go down here to settings, I can go to my settings. If I want to create a new workspace, I just click here. And they're in the workspace name if you have a new client and you create that workspace. But settings is where you'll really want to be when you first sign up for your agency plan. You want to come to settings. That's where you'll set up a lot of your infrastructure regarding your agency. And so, for example, I have Aidelly here, and let's say this is my agency. The first thing I'll see is the general section. And that general section is where you can set up your, workspace details, all basic stuff. What's most important here is the team members. And so as an agency, you want to really manage your team properly. And with the tier 3 plan, we give you unlimited team members as well as unlimited workspaces to really maximize how much you can, make just from one single agency plan. You can invite clients and onboard clients unlimited in an unlimited fashion, also invite them as clients to their workspace. And so with each workspace, you get unlimited clients. And so, for example, here you see I have 4 team members, and I forgot to give them creative names. Next time I'll give them funny names, but for now I just entered my name. But you see I have 4 team members here, and there are from top to bottom. This is me. This is my main channel. I'm the primary owner. And as the primary owner, that's what you'll be. If the agency owner, you'll have special permissions. You'll be able to see everything. You'll be able to manage all the team members, all the workspaces. You'll be able to set up white labeling and all those things. And so if you want to invite a new team member in, you just do that from this invite by email. You type in the email, and then this drop down here is where you'll select how you want to invite that team member. So there are 3 different roles. There's admin. So let's say, you have an agency, you have somebody working with you, you just want them to kind of manage, the workspace, the day-to-day. You'll invite them as an admin to have access to almost everything that you have access to. And then you just select, invite as admin and send the invite. You also have invite as member. Invite as member, they have less function that they have less access to the app, but they can also, do whatever you assign them to do. So we'll get into that in a minute. But you also can invite someone as a member. And then we just added this the other day just to kind of differentiate things. You can invite as a client. So let's say you onboard your client, you want your client to come into the workspace, you want them to see the calendar, you want them to be able to approve posts, you want them just to see the analytics. You can invite them as a client and give them special access. And so a lot of people have been asking, okay, how can I customize what my team members can see? And that's where you'll go to the role access button, as you see right here, role access. So as you invite team members, you can customize what each class can see. So if I click on role access, you see I have feature visibility. And this is where it really gets powerful. So you as an agency, you want to be able to control what your clients, what your members, your administrators can see. So some agencies, they don't want their client to have access to all of these, amazing features. They just want them to have access to the basic stuff. So if you want your clients to be able to connect social accounts and disconnect their accounts to give them privacy and control over their social accounts, you can do that. You can invite them and say, hey, connect your accounts, and then we'll manage them from there. You can give them, whatever role access you want to give them, you can do that. And so this is very, unique among agencies. Sometimes agencies will, social media schedules will have limited roles, but here we just give you full control and full availability onto what each client, each member, and each admin has access to. So I'll just scroll down here. You can see, I can limit access to any feature, any page, anything I want. And so this just gives you a lot of control. So once you invite all your team members, you want to also enable approvals. And approvals is one of the key features of any type of agentic or any type of social media agency. You want to make sure that before a post go out, the people who need to approve it get access to see that post and are able to approve it. And for social media agencies, sometimes it's, they do it informally. They do it through an email or Google Doc or, Google Drive link or something like that. But we built that into Aidelly. So within the post that you create, you can assign an approver, and that approver will get an email, or when they enter their queue, they'll be able to see their post. So it's a very powerful feature for just managing the quality of content. I know people asked before, like, hey, how do we, manage the quality and make sure it's not, AI slop or whatever? And we just say, hey, we give you guys the tools to make sure that whatever goes out is approved by the proper people, the proper channels, and we have it all in one place, right? So you just manage your approvals here, and you'll be able to, from there, you'll be able to go to your approvals page and assign or approve content, right? So that's with the workspace. So also, I'm going to be kind of going a bit fast because there's a lot to show, but definitely as things pop in your mind, drop questions, and then at the end, we'll definitely circle back for questions.
We've already got a bunch of questions, which we will circle back to at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So all I'm talking about as so far has just been the setup process, because that's really key for an agency to be set up properly, and also for a client. So let's say you have you now have your agency set up, you invited your team, you onboarded your first client, you have everything set up. Now you want to make sure that client is set up properly in terms of their brand voice. And so this is where the AI part really becomes powerful, because you can customize the voice of the AI, the look and feel of the AI content that's generated, and make it sound more accurate to the client. So for example, if I go to brand voice right here, this is where I can set up all of the customization for that particular client. So I'll onboard a client. You go through the process of asking them, okay, what's your voice like? What's your character? What's your colors, your fonts? They provide you with all that. You'll enter it into here. And this is where it makes a huge difference versus a non-agentic agency. You have to keep all this stuff in a Google document and keep all this stuff in separate places. Maybe you have it in your Claude files or something like that. With Aidelly, everything is all in one, drastically cutting down time and effort. All of this brand voice ties into all the content creation, which keeps things a lot more consistent across the entire workflow, right? So I'll quickly just scroll through these. It's pretty basic stuff. So you have your brand voice, your business goals, the offer, all of these things you can customize. You can generate from the client's website if you want, and a lot of times clients they appreciate more than anything else that the content sounds good and sounds like them. If it sounds good and sounds like them, they don't really care that you're using AI. They care more about the final output quality, and this helps get to that point of the output quality being top tier, to where it's like, okay,
Mm.
it's written by AI, but it still sounds amazing. It's not going to sound very basic, very cookie cutter.
Yeah, just on that point, I do want to dial in. I just want to mention, like, the setup, guys, is the most important foundation. If the foundation is strong, then everything else going forward will be super solid. So you have to remember
Right.
that. So I understand people complain you can't use AI because it gives you a lot of junk, it gives you a lot of fluff, but it only gives you a lot of fluff because you're being very, very generic with it. If you dial it in and your foundations are super solid, the output will be amazing as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, like for example, I use this for all of our content, and I'm at the point where it's sounding, 99%.
I use AI for everything. For everything, I
Yeah,
use AI. Yeah,
exactly. And it's just all about what you put in. What you put in is what you get out.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep. So in addition to voice, you can also customize the theme. And so this is something that's very unique. A lot of other tools do not have this level of customization. You can create AI images, but you have to prompt it and say, okay, I want this color, I want this logo, I want this. We give you all of those tools out the box. And so if you're thinking about from a client perspective, you just get the client logo, get their colors, get their fonts, and you can start generating creative content that's accurate to their branding, so very, very easily, And so in this theme tab, you can add colors, you can add the logo, transparent logos. You can designate, okay, I want to use this logo in AI images, and it's going to superimpose that logo on any AI images that you create in this workspace. You can upload custom fonts. So if your client has this particular font that they use, you can do that. And all this are things that you can go to the client and say, hey, we offer this, and no other agency can offer this level of customization at this scale. They might be able to offer customization, but not at the speed and scale that we offer. And so, all just tools just to help you as an agency to really outcompete, the competition. So, and this is also just adding watermarks and that apply on images as well. So a lot of tools here. A couple more things in this one is characters. Characters. I showed this off earlier with the which it made you guys a bird gang mascot, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you can upload an image of yourself or image of whoever. It can be your client. They send you an image. Maybe they're a realtor and they want their image on every photo of real estate. Their real estate photos. You can upload their image here, and then when you create your AI images, you just reference, hey, include me or add me to this photo, and it's going to understand to pull from this photo and add you into the photo. And so there was a recent post we made a couple of days ago, I think, that demoed this and showed some. I posted some examples, and so you can see how it looks. Looks really great. So you can also specify if you have a reoccurring character that you want to show. You can specify that character here. So let's say for early bird, for example, let's say you want to have the bird gang mascot. You can specify the mascot here and just add them in your images reoccurring. So that can also be done here.
Yeah. So just on that, Wilzer, somebody just actually asked that question. So he's asking, can we ask our company's logo to be used in generated images, not just the watermark, actually making the logo as part of the image, of course, depending on the type of image? For example, I saw in an earlier video of yours where you added your photo and then had AI put yourself in the images, like using a laptop, etc. Can that be done with the logo? Hope the question makes sense.
Yes, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so with a logo, yeah, all you would do is add your logo here, logo gallery, and then you would reference it. It would for logos, it adds it automatically if you do watermark, turn on your watermarks. But if you want it in this particular way, you just say, "Hey, use my logo in this way, put my logo in that way, make merch with my logo, whatever it may be," and it knows to pull your actual logo and put it in the image. So the same way you can do it with the photo, the same way you can do it with the logo as well.
Okay, so he's just thanked you. So thank you for the question, Aditya.
Yeah, awesome,
So
Christopher.
yeah, he's got his response. Okay. Oh, so one more
Awesome.
question while we're still on this, because it's related. Can Aidelly generate images that include not only our brand name, but also custom text and visuals that we specify? Also, since Aidelly already has an avatar, can it generate new characters, poses, or scenes based on that avatar while keeping the same visual identity for consistent branding?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so I'll show some images if we have time at the end that I created just in my free time. And so I uploaded my image here, and I told it, hey, have me using a laptop, have me, working in an office, and it not only put me in the photo, made me use a laptop, but it added my brand colors. Like I had a green shirt on, which the mint shirt on that matches the Aidelly colors. I had the Aidelly logo and branding on my laptop, so it'll pull in. It does that automatically. It'll pull in your branding automatically, and you can specify different things if you wanted to as well. So it's very, very customizable based on what you're looking for. Yeah. So I would just say just prompt it and just ask it what you want it to do, but make sure you have everything set up first in this brand voice. So
Yeah, amazing. I just want to point out on this as well, as you guys can see on the screen, guys, everything is extremely detailed, well thought out, and put together after like much deliberation and thought. This is not something which has been plucked together. You can see how everything is set up. It's set up to make you succeed. It's set up to make everything completely agentic. And at the moment, he's showing you everything in workspaces and settings, but you can basically run the entire product from Claude. So
yeah,
yeah, I just wanted to
yeah,
mention.
yeah. No, good point. Like I want people to think about just the scale. So before, for an agency to manage a client, it would be a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of just man hours that you put in to manage that client. But now you can take on more clients, which means more net profit to you and more margin because you're paying for this tool once, and you might have to. I'll talk about some add-ons that we have as well, but there's practically very small, input cost for massive margin that you can make with this tool, especially if you know how to automate all the use all those tools as well. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm correct, I think most agencies charge a setup fee anyway with the client. So there's plenty of
Yeah.
money to be made in this. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And with all the the customization, that trust me, they're gonna want you to set up this for them because that's a lot. So all right, so let me just make sure I'm on track. Yeah, so we talked about just setting up your client and all of that. And so let's talk about just white labeling. So as a agency, you don't want to, you know, show the tool that you're using. In most scenarios, you don't want to show your client that you're using a third party tool. And so we implemented white labeling. And to activate that, you must be on T3 and just go down to this branding and white label section here. So I'm going to click on that. And so this branding and white label is where you're going to set up your entire branding. And so from here, you can customize many different things like your brand name, your color. You can customize the button text color. Like we give you a lot of tools to customize it to make it look and feel like your brand, right? And so you can update the sidebar logo. So this logo here, you can update it. You can just add an image as well. You can update the logos, the favicons, the preview images. Pretty much anything that's front facing will become white labeled from this section. So I highly recommend you guys come in here, connect your domain, which is in this tab here. So this is brand. Now we're going to go to domain. And okay, on this account, I don't have my domain connected, but that's fine. But you can connect your domain here. We offer one custom domain included. If you want to add multiple domains, I'll show that in a minute. There's an add-on that we've provided for that. And also we include one Seni domain. So the app domain, you'll be giving that domain that URL to your clients. So instead of sending them to Aidelly, you'll send them to, marketingagency.com or whatever it might be. And they'll come into your branded portal, your branded dashboard. They'll be able to sign in. They'll see all your branding. They'll see just your brand here. And that also applies to all the notifications. Just make sure you set up your mailing as well. So that's handled here. And also just emailing. This is important to set up your from name and from address. So this will be customized to your liking. And then also support. We white label our documentation as well. So if they go to the documentation up here on this ask about the page, that'll be white labeled as well. And so it'll be tied to this help domain. So for any support tickets or anything like that, if it comes to you, you can always just escalate to us and we'll handle it. And then, you can, go from there. So just if anything support wise comes up. And then as far as clients, you can also hide certain things, which we also have in the raw access. And so, so I think I have a brand that I had before. Let me just restore this. Let's see. Okay. And just to apply everything, you just click apply branding. And you'll see it just completely changed my branding up. So I have WJB automation. I have my logo. I have my new colors, all of that stuff. So on my other account, I have my domain connected, but you can simply just access your domain. You'll be back in this portal as well. So very, very powerful for just agencies to, display that this, what tool they're using, what the capabilities are. And so as far as that goes, we can also have the option to, let's say every client you onboard, you want to give them a custom domain, want to give them a custom look and feel. And usually that'll be, agencies usually like to, add that as, an add-on type of a feature and something that's included. But due to infrastructure costs regarding domains and mailing domains, we do add this as an add-on. So for $20 a month, you can add an extra white label workspace. And this white label workspace is going to be applied to any of your workspaces, and you can customize that particular workspace for just that client, which clients love seeing their branding. They love feeling like this thing is theirs and theirs alone. And so this is a great additional, it's optional. So you can definitely, you don't have to use it. You can always just have your agency wide branding. But if you really want to give that extra customization that separates you from different agencies, this extra white label workspace is where you would come to set that up. So you'll just enable it here, and then you'll be able to customize the logo just for that workspace and domain. So you can have, maybe your subdomain plus their domain.com, things like that. So, So that is white labeling. So any questions before I keep going?
We do have questions. We'll get to them all at the end.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to walk through some workflows for creating content. I'm not going to demo too much because there's a lot of content. I want to just kind of just drop these things out. And then as you have ideas, you can ask questions, or if you have thoughts, you can drop a question. But a lot of the stuff, we also have demos that are already in the platform and the group. So after you set up everything, now you're ready to actually start creating content. And so there's a few places you can do that. Of course, you can come to the chat agent and you can just simply say, hey, create some content for this brand. Create content for that brand. You can post it to all your platforms. And that's just an easy, quick way to just get content done. You can do bulk fill of content. So let's say you want to create a lot of content in just one go, in one sitting for your client. You can do that here. You can schedule up to 60 days on T3, up to 30 days on T2. And that includes text, images. You can do a mix. You can select the start date, end date. You can kind of customize the content mix. And what this does is it gives you a staging calendar where you see all the content, and then you can edit the content further before you add it to your calendar for approval. Okay, so this content is being created. We don't instantly just throw it out there. We make sure that you have to approve it, you can make edits, you can put it through quality checks before you add it. But this is a very powerful tool for instantly showing value. Like, hey, we'll do a month of content for you just immediately, just like that. And like I said, once you have your brand voice really dialed in, this content is almost just, just automatic. Of course, there's always going to be a few tweaks here and there, but that's another way you can create content quickly for your clients, right? So we talked about chat, we have bulk fill, we also have repurpose. So depending on your client, they might be on YouTube a lot. They might have YouTube content they want to promote. They might have a blog that they want to promote more. They might have just case studies or PDF or any type of PDF documents they want to promote. You'll come and do that in the repurpose. So if your client has a YouTube channel that they want to promote on all platforms, you can paste the YouTube link here and repurpose the content of the video into other content. So this is not clipping. This is more like, okay, the video is talking about this topic. Let's take that and repurpose it into a LinkedIn post, for example, right? So you would do that here. You can do that with a blog post as well. And this repurpose is a manual process within here. But if you want to automate this process, you can do that through our automation tab, right? So automation tabs are where you can really get a lot of productivity going for your clients. And this is something you can offer to them and say, hey, no other agency can do this, with this level of efficiency that we can do it, So in this automation tab, which if you're keeping track on the sidebar here, under this create, we have bulk fill, repurpose, image, and we have automation. This automation tab, we have different types of automations that I can create. And I'll quickly cover them. We have the create automation, which creates posts on a cadence. So let's say you want to create the same type of post every week for your client. You can set that up here. You can create a weekly post, a daily post. You can add what you want the post to be about. And every day it'll land in your approval box, a brand new post for you to approve. This cuts down massively on the time that it takes to just think about the ideas of content. You can kind of put the themes of your content here, and it'll end up in your approval box, right? So another thing you can do is set up a queue, which kind of sets up a weekly cadence where you'll post and it'll slot that post into the time frame you've already selected. And so this helps you just stay on a consistent schedule. Let's say you want to post every week at 9 a.m. on every day. You'll pick these schedules in the queue, and then when you go to schedule a post, you can add that post right into that schedule instantly, right? So I'm going to have a demo for this coming soon, so stay tuned for this. And one of the big features that I'll show here is auto post. And so let's say your client has a podcast or they have a YouTube channel. You can take the link of that podcast or YouTube channel and place it here. And whenever there's a new video, a new podcast episode, a new post, this feed will automatically pull that post and create a draft post based on that content, right? So this is a very powerful tool for not only you, but for them as well. So if they're just focused on their podcast, they don't want to have to send you a transcript of their podcast every week. And you don't want to have to go out and get their podcast transcript every week either, because that takes time. Instead, you can set up a feed here, which will pull their podcast, pull their YouTube channel, and automatically draft the content for you to approve on your own within Aidelly. And so this is a huge selling point that for clients, because a lot of them, they're on different platforms, and for them to translate their content to other platforms, it takes effort, it takes time. So with this, you can simply get their channel URL, and every time they make a video, you're already pulling it in. You just log in and you have the post already present, right? So as an example, yeah, I actually added this earlier. So you can also add RSS feed. So let's say you want to create content from RSS feed, weekly, daily, whatever it might be. See, I added this wired feed, and every time they make a new post, I pull it in, and I create a draft post based on that article, which very powerful if you want to just show yourself as a knowledge authority in a certain topic, right? So those are some key ways that you can automate content for your clients. And so once you have all the content created and everything's looking good, you have a few places where you can view it. You can view it in your calendar, of course. And you can also share a link to this calendar, a public link to this calendar with your client. So let's say you just want them to see it anytime. You can let me show this again. You can come here to this share button right here, and you can create a link and copy this and give this to your client. And your client can just easily, while they're out and about, they can click on the link and see, okay, I have a post coming up today. All right, they don't have to go and log into Aidelly and go to the calendar and all that stuff. They can easily just view their calendar from a simple link. So
Sorry, Wilzer, is it possible to approve or disapprove from here as well, or no?
yes, yeah, you can also approve and disapprove here. So let me see if I have one that's actually, I think this one right here. Yeah, so you see this one is pending approval. So if I were logged into my client account, I'll be able to see and approve and schedule all those things. I'll be able to edit it from here as well. So yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, so in addition to the calendar, you can also go to the approvals page where you can just see everything in one view. And so there's two tabs here. You see we have content and we have team posts. So content is your automated content. So when I mentioned the RSS feed, as you see, it has a lot of LinkedIn posts that are pending. All of these posts will pull from that RSS feed and create it. I didn't create any of these posts myself. This is all just straight to my approvals. And I see that it's added the image from the article, it's added some hashtags, it's added it customized the content. And now I can add this to my calendar and then boom, instant quality, valuable content that's based on already research, blog post, so very, very easy for that, for quality content here. Also, I have this team post section, and the team post is where your post will come in through your clients or your members. So let's say a member makes a post and you have it set to team approval. That post won't go out to be scheduled. It'll come here first for you or whoever is the approver to schedule that post. So come in here, you can click on it. You can edit if you're an admin or owner. You can change up the content. You can also discuss it. So let's say I have some I want to discuss the content. I can easily come here and say, this content needs more work. And I can click add to mention a teammate. And what this will do is send them an email and say, hey, so-and-so has commented on this post. They can come in here, tweak it, edit it, and you can instantly just, it's just tag them and it's very easy just to communicate back and forth, to make sure that content is quality before it goes out. And so once that's fine, you can just instantly just approve it. And then it's on your calendar, ready to go, ready to be scheduled. So this is a very, very powerful tool for managing quality and making sure that nothing goes out without the proper quality checks. So
amazing. Okay, so we're entering into our last 20 minutes, so we are going to have to speed it up slightly.
Okay.
So that is approvals. We have a good question regarding the idea board and what that is. If you can quickly take us through that,
Okay.
And then we'll get through the meaty questions of how to get clients and how to onboard them and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So idea board, this is something that was personal to me that I wanted to add. Honestly, it's sometimes you just don't have a lot of ideas, or sometimes you get an idea, you don't have anywhere to put it. So I had an idea board, which is sort of like somewhere you can jot down ideas and turn those ideas into actual polished posts. So maybe you have an idea, oh, this would be a cool thing to post about, or you have a random controversial thought pop into your head. You come to the idea board, you type it in, you click new idea, you type in your idea, and you can create a draft post based on that idea. Not only that, we give you prompts to help you write. So this is to help you sort of get more content that's personal to you, more content that, is specific to you. So for example, your most unpopular take, I can click that and it asks me, what's one opinion that makes people uncomfortable, disagree with you? And so I would type that here. I can even record a voice note if you just kind of like to flow ideas off your mind. It'll transcribe that and you can create a draft post based on that. So this is great for maybe your clients have a list of things they want to post about. You want to just kind of track them here, and you talk to your client and maybe they say something that, okay, that could be an interesting post. You jot it down, you put it in the idea board, and you kind of develop that post into more, a more polished post, right? So not only that, we also have you can explore trends. So if you wanted to explore a trending topic, let's just put Agentic social media agencies. It can actually find you topics and give you prompts to write about. And so that can give you more content ideas for not only your agency, but for your clients as well. Right. And so, yeah, so see, it's asking me, can AI actually build a brand voice, which is optimized? Who owns the relationship, agency, AI, client? Like these are all questions that you can create into content to promote yourself, and to position yourself in this agentic AI, world that we're in, So, and last thing on the idea board, also we added a brand interview, which this is great for sending to your clients, especially like during onboarding. You can have them come here and just do this interview. This will also be tied into the content that's created, but they can start interview and it'll ask them specific questions related to their brand, their angle, and they can come in here, do these questions, or you can do it for them. And this content can be turned into posts for that client, right? So for example, it's asking me what specific problem were you trying to solve for yourself. You can come in here and answer for them, or they can come in here and do it. The bottom line is this just gives you more options to create ideas. So that's the idea board. Just one place where you can really flesh out your ideas and make them more, unique. So yeah, with that being said, we can hop into questions. We can definitely talk about economics and getting clients and all those things. So we can get into questions now.
Okay, let's get to the questions. Oh, this is not a question, it's a comment. Hi, Kevin. Back to you. Okay. Is it possible to send a post link for clients for approving posts without having access to the portal? Yeah, so Wilzer has just demonstrated that in the calendar. So that is yes. Next question is, has Aidelly considered building an AI social media strategist, which continuously monitors competitors, identifies content gaps, predicts trending topics with a niche, and automatically generates a weekly content plan optimized for engagement, like AI, that learns from a brand's highest performing posts and adapts future content posting times, formats, and CTAs? I know who's posted this question. I'm sure Wilzer knows who posted this question. So, yeah, Wilzer, when you're ready.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So that was definitely one of the feedbacks that we got, and we implemented 3 different tools you can use. So number one, we can do creator clone, and some of these I've already demoed some of these. I can follow up after and send you the link. But we have 3 tools to kind of track what's going on with competitors, creators, trends, and that's creator clone, where you can enter in a creator from YouTube, from Twitter, and you can track their posting strategies. You can track how many times they post a day, post a week, what's their best posting time. You can pretty much, kind of style your content after theirs. Since they've already been successful, their content has already been working, their hooks, their style. It's a lot simpler sometimes just to kind of use what already works instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. So that's creator clone. And then competitor spy, you mentioned competitors. You can also track competitors here. You can enter in a competitor domain. It'll track their pricing, their ads, their social media, and it'll update automatically based on any changes that it sees. So let's say they change their pricing and to undercut you. Well, you can now get that alert and say, hey, they've lowered their pricing. So, here's what we can do to kind of position ourselves, evaluate, different things like that. So that's competitor. And then lastly, on that question, we have viral trends, which you can track overall trends in your niche. And so I've been tracking these niches, so automation, AI tools, social media scheduling, and periodically it'll pull content based on my trends. So you see here, it has some lists. It has some content. It has content about Claude, about ChatGPT, and I can ride this trend, which means I can create content based on that trend and based on that post. So to answer your question, yes, all of the above.
Amazing. Okay, we got so many questions. These are all going to have to be quick fire. Okay, Wilzer, when you're ready.
Okay, yeah. Right.
Okay, in the pre is asking, are you planning to connect with all GitHubs easily or text to workflow automation flow builder? Did you understand that?
I need. What was that first part? You said.
It says, are you planning to connect all GitHubs easily or text to workflow automation flow builder?
Okay, I think I understand that. So right now we're mainly focused on the MCP. So I don't know how ingrained that tool is with API or MCP, but generally anything that supports API calls, you can integrate with it. So NAN, Zapier, you can tell Claude, hey, I want to create an automation, and I've done this myself, automation that runs and sends me a Telegram message, and I approve the Telegram message, and it sends out the post. So while I'm out, it'll be sending me posts, and I just approve it. I've created that myself. So yeah, definitely can get creative with that.
Amazing. Okay, Aditya is asking, is it possible to save generated posts for later or put them in a draft folder so I can continue to make further posts, etc., and come back to all posts saved in draft to then edit or schedule?
Yep, right here is the content tab. If you see right here under calendar, you have content, and you save all your drafts. These are all my drafts from before. These are all like RSS posts that I can go back to later and post, and I have all my media here as well. These are all just generated images I've been making. See, it's all branded to my brand. So absolutely, yep.
Amazing, thank you. Uli is asking, will the approval flows allow to go back and forth? For example, preparing a post, sending it to translator, getting a first translated draft for approval, requesting adjustments, getting the final version that I can approve and publish. Or possible?
Yes, all possible. So when you're in this team post, you can come here and you can open the post and edit it. You can also discuss, and this edit will just update the post. It won't actually approve it to be scheduled until you hit approve. So let's say you have a discussion, you're going back and forth, the person come in, edit it, you come in, edit it, change the text, change the content, you can all do that. You can do all of that here.
Amazing. Okay, Chaitanya is asking, any plans for social media monitoring feature too?
As far as like monitoring, well, as far as the tools that we have right now, it's just the viral trends, creator clone, competitor spy. If you mean your own social media, we do have inbox and analytics, which inbox you can monitor and see kind of, you can smart draft reply, you can auto like, you can hide spam, you can block competitors, monitor in that way. And then for analytics, we give you insights on what's working, what's not working, how to improve your content, strategic insights. So those are the tools that we have in terms of your client's social media content. So
okay, thank you for that. Kevin is asking, is Canva integration on the roadmap?
Yes, we plan on the roadmap. We're still working on getting it, on fine-tuning it, but it's down the road. We're going to add Canva integration to our image editor. We can open a post in Canva, but no ETA on that yet.
Okay, amazing. When we deploy clients, your platform, and we want to deactivate it, what steps do we have to take? And we want their data to restore in like Google Drive. So I think it's getting rid of a client and keeping their data.
Right. So right now we have that'll be done through just a request. So if you go to settings, you can delete or archive a workspace. So let's say your client you offboard your client, they're no longer working with you for whatever reason. You can archive the workspace. Maybe they decide to come back. You can delete the workspace entirely. That'll remove all of their data.
Sorry,
And
Wilzer,
also,
archived workspace can be restored?
yes, you can restore archive workspace.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that answers the question. So you won't have to store everything in Google Drive. You just archive it, and then if the client comes back, you just restore it.
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
Okay, we have a question from Freddie. Can Aidelly generate content in local languages, or is it only in English? Can I compare performance automatically? Does it track leads or only engagement?
So in terms of that last question, I'll quickly answer that. We track engagement, but there's some different ways you can track leads. You can you can do email tracking through your inbox keywords automation. You can also do email tracking through your link in bio. As far as the language, yes, we support 20 languages at this point. This is all thanks to the community. The community has been very impactful in just giving us ideas and giving us languages they want to see. So we have 20 languages. This changes the entire dashboard. We also have per workspace languages if you're serving clients in multiple languages. And you can also edit the AI language as well. So if you change the AI content language, it'll update all the AI generated content to be in that specific language, including images as well.
Okay, amazing. Oh, where's the question gone here? Will there be white label onboarding videos and white label docs with white label setup walkthroughs like connecting Claude and co-workers, etc.?
Yes, right now I'm working on a full video tutorial series, which is going to be inside the app. And definitely as people are onboarding, definitely reach out to me. We can set up, one-on-one time. But yeah, we're gonna have docs, videos, and there's already been some videos posted in the early bird group as well on white labeling on some of the workflows. So,
No. The question is slightly different to that, Wilzer. So they're saying
okay.
when they have a client, will there be like ready white labeled videos and docs and all that, so they can give them to the client for onboarding?
Got you. So yeah, we have white labeled documentation. So the docs are white labeled.
So the videos are not, guys. So setting up a social media agency will require some work from your end. So that could mean creating a few 5-minute Loom videos. So it'll be really difficult to white label the videos, because when he's demonstrating, he's got the Aidelly everywhere. So it would be really difficult. So yeah, the docs are white labeled, but the videos maybe you'll have to do yourself. Okay, so this is not related to the white label agency, but I'll still ask it. Dexin is asking, what's your marketing plan after the LTT ends? I think it's important for the long run.
Yeah, for long run, our goal is we're chasing MRR. We've already been pursuing that, and we've been seeing results. So we like the direction we're headed in, and things are trending positively. That's all I can say. So we're looking good.
Amazing. Okay, and can we run your platform locally on a VPS?
No, so we don't offer self-hosting. At the time, it has to be done through our own hosted solution. So.
Okay, NA10 has a huge set of library. Are you focusing on library based on use cases, and are you planning for marketplace also, so users of your platform can list and get more visibility on your platform?
So by marketplace, you mean people list their agencies here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it could be a good idea where you have Aidelly approved agencies and list everybody.
Got you. Yeah, so we do have plans. Yeah, we do have plans for that. We do have plans to feature some of our agencies on our landing page, just as far as just showing that this works. And also we have plans for internal dashboards that show off. These are our top agencies that we that are posting, that are active, that are consistent, to help people as well. So yeah.
Okay. What's your compatibility of your platform with Claude? Can we use with Claude Code?
Yeah, fully compatible, very easy. you can just drop in an API key or connect your MCP and Claude. I've used Claude a lot with Aidelly.
It's the best experience, guys. It's the best.
It's so easy. It's so easy. Yeah. One time
So
I was
easy.
told, like, hey, create this for me, do this for me, and it just boop, 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 does it.
Super
You know,
duper
so-
easy, guys. Yeah, amazing. Like you can even have like some brand voices set up in Claude itself, and have
Mhm.
Claude refer to those when you're creating your doc. So you don't necessarily have to do everything in Aidelly. If you're a Claude Power user, then you can do all of that stuff in Claude as well. Okay. Next question is, how are you managing uptime and downtime of workflows? Can we monitor it? Uptime and time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's talk about like the infrastructure piece. Yeah, we're manage everything, 24/7. We always get alerts. We always keep track of everything to make sure everything's worked uptime. But we've next to zero issues with that. So we're always monitoring it.
Okay. Do you have white label tutorial for our clients? So we've just answered that. We have white label docs, but not videos. Is Twitter included? What about the high? Okay, so I've already answered that in the questions. To me, this seems the way to manage social media everywhere. Yes, Carlos, amazing comment. Thank you. Social media is going completely agentic, and I think Aidelly is going to lead the way, if I'm being honest with you guys. Okay, next question from Aditya. In regards to white label feature, can we assign limits to AI credits for workspaces that we create for clients? For example, client A gets 1,000 AI credits and client B gets 2,000 AI credits.
Yes, you can. So if you go to your workspace settings, go to AI API keys, you have different options. This is for the Aidelly workspace. I can assign max credits. So let's, in your allotment per month, if you want to assign more to one user, more to another user, maybe as part of your sales pitch, you can do that here and assign them a number of credits here. You can also purchase more credits. You can bring your own key. All of that is included as well.
Amazing. Okay. Chun Kai Chen is asking, I want to operate and manage all posts entirely within my codex. However, after reviewing the API documentation, it seems that currently it's not possible to generate images and posts externally and then publish them to Aidelly for scheduling. Is there any chance the API will be expanded in the future?
Yeah, we're always updating the API. Right now, we recommend you bring copy images into your Codex or your Claude or whatever you might have. And if you're on Codex already, Codex can generate images as well. So, but as we expand, we'll offer more functionality around that.
Okay, thanks for the answer there, Wilzer. Okay, will emails from Aidelly also be fully white labeled? For example, can we customize the sender name, email address, email template, logos, colors, and footer with our own brand, or will some parts still use Aidelly branding?
Everything uses your brand. Once you have to just set it up here, so you can set up your from name, your from email address. There are certain places where we're required to show like the privacy and the terms, but they're barely going to see that, so that's nothing that is going to be like huge and visible to them. So
Okay, unlimited social connections besides X, is this sustainable?
yeah, so with X we charge credits, we do rate limits, and we also have max connections. On the other platforms there are no limits, and so we don't foresee any reason to limit you guys, but with X we do have limits due to the cost.
Okay, amazing. So Jacques is asking, is the client interface available in any other languages other than English, such as French and Spanish?
Yes, so you can definitely change your language. I showed that a little bit earlier, but I can just give you guys examples. So you said French or Spanish. I can change it to Spanish, click save, and now my whole workspace is in Spanish. And this can be global across all your workspaces, or it can be per workspace. So, yep.
Yeah, I can see a calendario.
All right, exactly. and with the languages, definitely reach out if anything's off, if anything's wrong. I'll quickly show this. We have a report issue feature, And within that, you can click translation error, and you can just give us details, and we'll quickly fix anything. So you guys know your languages best, so definitely reach out if there's any issues.
Amazing. Okay, is the link in bio feature per workspace or per account?
It's per workspace. So as you well, let me correct that. So it's per account, but if you have let's say you have a custom domain, it'll be tied to your custom domain. And so each link will be from that custom domain. So going back to our additional custom domain per workspace, if you tie your workspace to a custom domain, this bio will also be updated to tie to that custom domain, right? So right now you see staging. I'm on my staging environment. But if I were to use my own domain, it'll be app.wilzer bio, whatever, so it'll be changed depending on the custom domain you're using.
Okay, amazing. Asen is asking, my questions are, how large is your team and what is the plan for the long-term sustainability? What happens when we run out of AI credits? Can we continue using Aidelly effectively without credits? Can we use different API keys for each workspace? Which APIs are currently supported?
Yeah, so rapid fire, three of us, me, wife, and we have a business advisor, tech advisor, who are a long time partner that I've been working with. We're a very lean team, but we work very fast. I'm sure a lot of you might have seen how quickly we respond to any issues, to any support. We're very fast because we believe in, we value your time. So of course there. And so in terms of AI credits, yeah, you can always purchase more credits as an add-on. Once your credits run out, you can use bring your own key from Open Router if you want to just bypass AI credits entirely. That includes per workspace Open Router keys. So let's say your client brings their own key, you can use that key instead of using your key for everyone. And so you can also change the models for each of the features as well as bring your own key. So I think that
Amazing.
answers all your questions. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just pipe in there as well and say I've been using the platform now for a little while. I've never used any of the AI credits in Aidelly because I specifically only use Aidelly within Claude. So if you already have a Claude subscription, guys, you don't need an Opera bring your own key integration. You don't need to buy additional credits. You can create
Right.
all your posts within Claude. And for me, I think it's the best workflow because I'm always in Claude. I believe myself to be a power user. So if you're in that position and you use ChatGPT or whatever else it may be, then consider that as your workflow rather than having bring your own key from Open Router or buying more credits from Aidelly.
Exactly.
Okay. So next question is Vusimani is asking, in relation to 100% white label, are there any plans on your roadmap to eliminate publisher attribution to Aidelly? Can the publisher be the connected account? Otherwise, the clients can see the tool I'm using from looking the publisher author from their account. Example, when I check the publisher on Facebook, it says Aidelly.
Got it. So yeah, around this question. So when a user and when a client connects their account, right now we enable a pop-up to show them that we're using you as the agencies are using a third-party tool to connect your social media account, to kind of give them that heads up, like, hey, you might see this brand, but to your client, it's going to be seen as a third-party connecting tool to kind of take away any mystery around, okay, what's Aidelly, right? So that's something you can communicate to your clients too. Hey, we're using this tool to connect third party. It's like an API that we use to connect our social media accounts. And that's what we have in place for now. Going forward, we can definitely think about white labeling that, but that would involve you signing up with all of these providers and getting your own access token, your own developer account. That's a lot of work on you in order to fully white label the posting as well. So in the meantime, we just say, hey, most clients are not gonna freak out if you just let them know, hey, we're using another tool to connect our social media accounts. So you might see Aidelly, but that's just our social media connection tool. So
Okay, thank you for that. Can Aidelly show me the best times to post on each platform?
yes, so if you go to any posting surface, it'll show you. Let's just pick a platform. Let's pick X. Scroll down, schedule for later. It'll show you suggested times, and then in some other services, it'll show you particular times once you kind of have posted enough and it sees your engagement, tracks your engagement. It'll show you what times work best for you. So
Amazing. Okay. We literally have like 5 minutes, maybe slightly longer left, so we're gonna have to really rush through these next
one
answers.
word
Okay.
answers.
What type of analytics data can we get, and also custom domain options available on tier 3, or is for one or unlimited?
Custom domain, you get one included, one domain and one report included, and then you can add more with an add-on. As far as analytics, you can create customized reports, and the customized reports show your numbers. You can download a PDF, you can email it to your client, has all your posts, post performance, all of that stuff. So
Okay. Are you planning to introduce an AI feature that can handle full conversations with customers in DMs?
that came up before. The only thing with that is we kind of shy away from letting AI just take over the conversation. So anything we do will have to be kind of approved from you. But if we have an approval sort of mechanism, then yeah, I can see that being a future option.
Amazing. In regards to auto post, is it possible to create a post every day at a specific time from PDFs or documents, talking about different aspect of the document each day?
Yeah, so you would come into the automation, you would go to this automation section here, and you can feed in content. You can feed in your content here. Let's say you have the PDF, content here. You can add that content and then have it pull from that content every day by just, let's say, daily posts, and then it'll run from that same content. Yeah.
Okay. At this crazy speed, I think Aidelly will need a change log more than a roadmap.
Yeah, I need to get with you, Umar, soon because I know your tool has some of those technologies, right? So I definitely need to change log.
Okay, next question is it safe to connect to LinkedIn? Do you use their official API or any other way around to automate it?
No, we use all the official APIs straight from the providers.
Yeah. So, guys, just to clarify on that, LinkedIn doesn't have a problem with social media scheduling tools. LinkedIn has an issue with automations and bots on their
Yeah,
platform. So,
yeah.
social media scheduling tools are not a problem. Okay, I understand that AI video creation will be coming. What about FB and other platforms ad creators?
Yeah, so we don't have any plans for ads since that's like a whole nother ball game, to be honest. But um, we do have some tools just to see like what other competitors are doing in terms of ads, but nothing more than that.
Okay, is there a mobile version or Aidelly for iOS?
No mobile version yet. It's something we thought about, but nothing concrete. So no promises on that yet. But our entire dashboard and everything is mobile optimized, so very easy to use on your phone.
Amazing. How will Aidelly evolve to ensure agencies remain essential to their clients? Social media, even as AI becomes easier for everyone to use directly.
Yeah, I mean, as AI gets better, our tools going to get better. We're going to evolve as AI evolves, and as these workflows get quicker and faster, so will Aidelly. So just keep track of we keep track of all the AI trends, and we keep evolving as AI evolves.
Hmm. Okay, Alex Duff is saying, I have to congratulate you for the detailed walkthrough. Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, Kevin is saying it would be great if Aidelly added an advertising feature in the future. We've just answered that, so he's not really looking at ads at the moment. Can we set our location and ask AI to suggest stuff based on our location only? For example, location Australia, current trends in specific industry only within Australia, because global trends are different to local trends.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, right now it just scans the internet, but definitely, we have a tool within our chat which you can prompt it and say, scan the trends here in this place, and it'll do a customized trend. But good idea. We can add some more features around, some more customized options too. So
Okay, we have some repeat questions here, which I'm gonna skip. What are AD's long-term plans? Canva integration, we've already done. Can you follow RSS feeds and sources and create
Yep.
posts based on that? Yes, Oscar. If you just want to touch on that, you must have missed it on the RSS feeds
Yeah.
to create posts.
Yeah. So to do that, you'll come to create, go to automation, and then go to auto post, and then you can just add your RSS feed here, your blog here. And so, for example, I have an RSS feed about Wired's latest AI post, and every time they have a post, I just pull it into my draft.
Oh, yeah, amazing. Thank you for that. Scott is saying, "Hi, I'm always lost of what to write. Can you provide me suggestions when I first log in to choose from?"
Yes. So the easiest thing would be to come here into the homepage and click one of these suggestions here. So if you have no idea what to write, you can just say uh, draft content. This is what I do sometimes, where I just need content, something to start from. It'll pull your brand, it'll pull information, and give you something to start from. So either that or the idea board, which can also give you writing prompts and ideas as well. So
Amazing. Okay. Where does the
and
Aidelly name come from?
yeah, Aidelly. So we spent countless hours, and countless trials perfecting the name. So Aidelly comes from a few different things. Number one, it's an aid, so it's a helper. It's a helper to you, your business, your agency, your clients. So that's where the aid comes from. And then we also are big on AI. So the first two letters are AI, right? So that's kind of, and Aidelly is kind of, we just wanted something that's memorable, something that's catchy. So that's where Aidelly came from.
Amazing. Okay. Can we use it in Portuguese?
Yes, we support Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese.
Okay. Can it also read, reply to, and work with comments, etc. on posts?
Yeah, so you come to the inbox page right here, and this will fetch all your comments. You can do let's see if I have one that's not responded to. Yeah, you can do an AI reply. You can do a suggested reply. You can, you can mark replied. You can, block it, spam, whatever it might be. Absolutely.
Okay. Can we charge our clients using API, Stripe, etc.? So your client payment doesn't happen in Aidelly at the moment. I'm not sure. Are you planning to add a Stripe integration?
Yeah,
No?
we've lightly researched that, like Stripe Connect. We know that's an option, but nothing concrete. So I would just encourage you just to build your clients off platform and then tailor what you're offering them with the member roles, all that stuff.
Okay. Can we charge markup fees from clients? Can we add payment gateway of clients to it? Yeah. So same answer there. The payment doesn't happen innately, guys. You'll be charging your clients elsewhere, invoicing them separately, and then onboarding them into Aidelly. As far as charging, you can charge them whatever you want as long as they're willing to pay. It makes sense. Do we have multi-language in the My Bio page?
Yeah, so the bio extends to language as well. But if your device is in a certain language, it'll apply here. So it'll change the language as well. So
Okay. Will Aidelly automatically adjust the post to suit the respective platforms, for example, format, text length, and graphics?
yeah, all of our posts are tailored towards their particular platform, and so through repurpose, through our image editing, you can tell it specifics, and it knows what platforms you're targeting. And also another thing, I'll show this because this is something that some people sometimes don't see. If I were to just select all platforms, and let's say I'm posting every platform, but I don't want to post the same exact post to every platform, you will come down here and you'll see all these icons next to caption. You can customize the caption per each platform. And so instead of posting the same thing where it might not be viable, you can post different things and also click repurpose. It'll automatically take that caption and repurpose it for the platform you're posting to.
Okay, guys, we are running out of time. I'm going to take one more question, and then when Wilzer gets some time later, he'll come back in and answer all the questions that have not been answered. if that's okay. We do apologize. We've already run over. So the last question is, and I love this question because I'm going to be setting this up myself pretty soon, is if you don't use Claude but use Hermes agents or other agents, can you use Aidelly through that as well?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we know that, that's a huge, huge market for just automation. So we have setup guides. If you go down to workspace integrations, we have a Hermes setup guide. So
Yeah, we
use the
might have to
API
do a
key.
specific webinar just on Hermes agent, because I think Hermes agent has taken like agents to a whole new level. Aidelly
Yes.
already works within that. I still haven't connected mine, but I will do, and I will test it. But I can see that kind of workflow being like the future of most things. So not just
Yeah.
social media. Most things you do will be happening through these agents that you create on platforms like Hermes. So I think that would be really, really interesting. Guys, I do want to apologize. We don't have time to go through the rest of the questions. There are, there's only a few more. We're just going to answer them quickly then.
Yeah, we can do it.
Provide instructions on how to link Claude with Aidelly and write posts there to publish them in Aidelly, preferably a video.
Yeah, so we do have a video on the group already.
Dennis,
So
I'll tag you in it. Okay, so
yeah.
Dennis has asked the question, so I'll tag him in that post, so we can see that. Patrick is asking, maybe you could use non-working brand generic URL as a connector to the socials. So he's talking about Grey Label here. That way we would be able to white label all the way and have no brand leakage.
Okay. That's yeah. I see that point.
So
Something we have to think about.
maybe something to consider. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, stop asking questions. Hold on. Can we feed our website to automate content creations? Can
Yes,
we
yeah, you
feed
can
our
add your
web?
website and also include it if you have a blog or anything like that. You can include it in the auto post.
Okay. Looks like a great platform. Keep it up. Thank you, Aditya. Aditya has one more question. Can we drag and drop schedule posting calendar view to change the day they were scheduled for?
Yeah, you can drag post around. Yep. Drop to reschedule,
Oh,
all that stuff.
okay, amazing. What I want you to do, Wilzer, while I'm just setting up the giveaway quickly from my end, just go through all the comments on Facebook, pick one comment,
Okay.
and they will be the winner of the second giveaway, and then I'll run the wheel for the group post giveaway. Okay.
Okay, awesome. Let me pull up the comments.
So yeah, so Wilzer's picking one comment, guys, to win a 50% off coupon code, and then I will run the giveaway. You have to be present, so when Wilzer calls your name out, you just have to type yes, I'm here, and then Sam will reach out to you with a 50% off coupon code. It'll be the same with the group post giveaway. For the event group post giveaway, we'll run the wheel, show you live here. If you're here, you just say yes, I'm here, and we will reach out to you again. Okay. Ready when you are, Wilzer.
All right, I'm going through the comments now. So I'm gonna give you the winner first, and you're gonna spin the wheel.
Yeah. So if you name your winner first, then we'll spin the wheel. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Da, 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 da. Okay, I found a question that I really liked because it really ties into what we're talking about, and it is from drumroll Inderpreet Singh.
Inderpreet Singh asked like 100
Yeah.
questions. Inderpreet, are you here?
I think he deserves. He has so many questions, but I did like his question about charging clients and how we can manage clients because that's very important to.
Okay, so he's already
Both of
commented.
us.
So Inderpreet is here. So congrats, Inderpreet. You
Awesome.
have won a
Congrats, Inderpreet.
50% off coupon code. Oh, you're getting all the plaudits now. You're a solid founder, Wilzer. So congrats, Wilzer.
Awesome.
Amazing
Congrats.
stuff. Okay, so now I will spin this wheel. Hold on, let me share. Aidelly share. So this is from the group post, guys. I'm just going to shuffle up the pack and we will select one winner. I wish you guys all the very best. Patrick, I'm pretty sure he's here as well. Patrick,
Congratulations.
congratulations, Patrick. If you're here, just comment, yes, I'm here. Just give him a moment. If not, we'll have to respin it.
Oh, come on, Patrick. Don't miss out.
Patrick, you still here, buddy? No, we'll give him 10 more seconds, and otherwise we'll respin it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. He's here. Well done, Patrick. I wanted you to win, so congrats to Inderpreet Singh and to Patrick. You guys have done really, really well. Thank you, everybody else who has joined the live event today. You guys have been amazing. The questions have been amazing. It's really good to see you guys so engaged. And I do hope that you guys go out and get it. This product is not good. It's very, very good. Like anything going forward now is going to be Agentic. I do think Aidelly is like 10 steps ahead of whatever tool you're currently using. So I don't care what tool you're using. What I'm saying is, I think Aidelly is already 10 steps ahead, and it's only just getting started. He's here. He's willing to work hard. They're a great team, and they're putting in the work, guys. So updates every day. If you're having issues, they're getting fixed on a daily basis. So if you're looking for a an active founder, you've got one here. And you know, everybody's already said, like, you know, Wilzer is a solid founder. So I do hope you guys grab it. I do hope you guys start setting up these agencies and getting multitude of clients and making a ton of money, because that's what that's the whole reason you would buy it, right? If you're just running it for yourself, you don't really need it. If you want to make some serious money, this is the time to get in with Aidelly. Like always, if you have any more questions, we're always in the group. I'm in the group. Sam's in the group. If it's specifically to how do I start an agency with Aidelly and start making some money, get those questions in the group, guys. We do really want to increase, you know, those types of questions coming in the group. Say, I bought Aidelly. I thought I was be able to do this, but I can't do it. Let us respond to you. Let us help you. We want everybody to be successful and everybody to make a ton of money. And yeah, just have happy lives, guys. You know, that's what it comes down to. The more money you have, money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys you comfort. It buys you opportunity. It buys you a lot of different things. So congrats to the winners again. And thank you, everybody else who has joined. Wilzer, any final words before we leave?
Yeah, no, you said it best. You know, this tool is just really just to enable you guys to, you know, grow and have successful businesses and make money and just enable you to be productive and help your clients. So definitely get in now, because this space is rapidly evolving. I have a tool that's going to evolve with you and with the industry. So this is the tool to get. So. Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, thank you, guys. The deal is still available. It will be ending pretty soon. I'll give you the dates in the coming days. But yeah, do grab it. Do try it out. 30-day refund period. No questions asked. And yeah, take care and all the best. I actually enjoyed this live event, so I might have to do a few more going forward now.
Awesome. Yeah. You should.
Thank you, guys. All the best. Take care.
Right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye now. Bye.